Howdy. Welcome back. Today we're not going to be screaming at Devora. We're actually going to be discussing my list from least favorite to favorite stages in Mortal Kombat 11. I never did anything like this. Never, like an actual regular type video of discussing something about a game. It's usually just me screaming at something or me and my friends laughing at something. So this is gonna be cool, to make an actual list, kind of like the tier lists that have been going around. But yeah, let's get right into my least to favorite list. Alright, so at number 21, my very least favorite map has to be the Coliseum Beast Pen in the bottom of Kotal's Coliseum. It's just a very boring map to me. There's just nothing very interesting about it. There's nothing, very special about it, I guess. Just, I guess nothing very appealing to me. But I mean, it's alright, but yeah, it has to be my least favorite. It's just very bland looking. Very MKX style, I guess I could say. And it's just not very appealing to me. And that's really it. It's just kind of sandy and gross and not very Mortal Kombat-esque, I guess I could say. It's just not very visibly appealing to me. So yeah, that's number 21, the Coliseum Beast Pen. Coming in at number 20 has to be Special Forces Desert Command. Again, it's just sand and nothing. I mean, other than it having to be a part of the story, there's nothing really appealing about it to me. It has a cool stage crushing blow, this right here. So that's kind of cool. But other than that, I mean, it's just sand and desert and nothing really crazy. And I don't know. It's just, again, it's not very Mortal Kombat-esque, and to me it doesn't really fit the game other than it being in the story mode. But I mean, it's not a horrible stage. It's just my second least favorite, I guess. I like stuff with more vibrant colors to fight in Mortal Kombat, and this just doesn't really have that for me. So, number 20 is the Desert Command. Number 19 has to be the Lost Hive of the Kite. Again, it's just a very fucking disgusting map, and I guess it's just the fact that they dedicated an entire map to Devora's bug ass. Just disgusts me a little bit, because Devora is just the pinnacle of shit. She is just awful. And there's fucking spiders, huge fucking spiders. Like, look at the size of that thing besides Sub-Zero. I have arachnophobia. I hate this stage so much. Very fucking gross to me. There's just bugs flying around. Look at that giant fucking centipede that just, this map is just disgusting, and apparently the Predator's in here too. But I mean, why does anybody want to play in this? This is just fucking disgusting. But I still like it more than the Desert Command and the Beast Pen. But this map is just atrocious. That's really it. There's just nothing else I have to say about it. But yeah, the Lost Hive of the Kite comes in at number 19. Number 18 has to be the Tank Garage Bunker from the Special Forces. It's the first stage that you fight in the story mode, if I'm correct. And overall, there's just nothing really cool about this map. There's some shit you can jump off of. I mean, other than Johnny Cage being in the back right there, right in the middle of the screen, there's just nothing that's really cool about this map. just nothing crazy. I mean, again, there's the stage crushing blow that's kind of dope. He just slams a drill into your forehead, and that's kind of badass. But other than that, it's just, I mean, it's cool that you get to fight, you know, in a special forces garage, and you get to see their tanks and their weaponry and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just, again, it's not very appealing to the eye, and there's just nothing crazy about it. I mean, like, there's these special forces officers and, you know, soldiers that are just standing while Sub-Zero and Scorpion, you just throw ice and fire at each other, and I mean, juggling each other up in the air for 15 to 20 seconds at a time, and they just kind of stand there like nothing's going on. But other than that, I mean, it's just, there's just nothing crazy about it. So yeah, Garage Bunker comes in at number 18. Coming in at number 17 has to be Caron's Ship. This ship is, this stage is cool. You know, watching the sea of blood in the background, it's really dope watching the physics of the blood as it hits the ship, and it just looks really smooth and really clean. But overall, the map doesn't really make sense because, I mean, you're on a waving ship. You're not going to be able to, you know, keep balance. This may just be me nitpicking, but I do kind of like stuff to make sense, and this just doesn't really make the most sense to me. I mean, it's kind of cool, you know. You can use this cage as like a stage interactable, and the blood physics from the sea look incredibly cool. But overall, it's just, I don't know, it's alright. It's not a bad map, but just, again, nothing too crazy, nothing really, doesn't really trip my trigger. Yeah, this map, Caron Ship, comes in at 17. Number 16 would have to be Shinnok's Bone Temple, or as I like to call it, the Bone Zone. It's kind of cool, you know, Shinnok's head being directly in the middle of the stage in the background, and he just looks very angry and upset. I mean, Shinnok always looked angry and upset, but I mean, the background is very beautiful, you know, with all the structure and the architecture. The bones hanging from the, you know, up here, it looks pretty dope. It looks very intimidating. The little bone, like, statues above Sub-Zero look dope. It has some cool stage interactables, like the amulet there. These things here that you can shove their heads down onto, those are pretty dope. I don't know. This feels Mortal Kombat to me. This feels like some stuff from, like, Armageddon, almost, from Mortal Kombat Armageddon on the PS2. This feels very, very, you know, PS2 3D era age. And another thing that I really like, as you fight on this stage, there's bones and stuff, you know, on the floor. So as you walk around and fight, the bones actually move on the floor. If you like, you see I kick the bones around. It's I don't know, stuff like that. The 3D, like, the 3D physics and stuff are really dope to me, and that always adds a plus. But yeah, the Bone Zone, or Shinnok's Bone Temple, comes in at number 16. Number 15 comes in at the Black Market Alley. This stage is pretty cool. It's snowing out. This kind of feels some Mortal Kombat, you know. It has a Mortal Kombat vibe to it. It's just, you know, or that's either ash or snow, but it's probably snow. But yeah, this feels more Mortal Kombat to me. You know, it's just an alley in the back of, you know, some, I think it's outside the Black Dragon Fight Club, which we'll get to later. Yeah, this map's pretty cool. It's very modern, and I do like that. I'm not sure. I mean, it just looks like a city-ish area. I'm not really sure how else to describe it. It's a neat map. It's nothing crazy. It's very average and normal, but I do like that. You know, the crazy stuff isn't always what you have to do to, you know, make people like it. And just looking at the details in the background, like the guns on the shelf beside Scorpion there, the boots beside that, you know, it just looks like stuff that they've stolen from the military. And overall, it's a neat map. It's nothing too crazy, but still pretty dope. But yeah, the Black Market Alley comes in at number 15. Coming in at number 14, we have Kotal's Coliseum. This one is pretty cool. I always liked the Coliseum stage from MK9. I do like that one better than this one, Shao Kahn's Coliseum, because I like being able to fight in front of the Shao Kahn's throne when he kind of just sat there, and then it had, you know, like Jade and Scarlet, or Kitana and Scarlet, or Kitana and Jade on either sides, how he had them kind of like chained up, because they were kind of like servants then. This one's neat. It looks like, you know, there was a huge fight because there's dead soldiers all around, and some of the animals that come out of here, out of the hole here, right below us. Speaking of one of the animals, it's a bunch of, you know, rabid dog-like creatures. Right below this stage is the Coliseum Beast Pen, but I definitely do like this stage a lot more than that one. This is just talking about one of the other creatures. It's it's some kind of flying, almost looks like a Demogorgon with wings, and it kind of just picks up one of the minions there and flies off. This definitely feels Mortal Kombat. You know, it's sunny out. There's people watching up in the rafters there, and as you do like combos and stuff or crazy moves, they actually do react. So if you heard when I did that crushing blow with that disc thing over there, they got louder, and I just thought that was like a neat feature. You know, as you do more intense and crazy things, like when I just threw the flaming piece of wood, they kind of got louder and stuff. So yeah, it's a reactable area, and I think it's kind of cool. But overall, yeah, this map is pretty dope. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bland either. Overall, I really do think this map is okay, but I mean, it's a list from my least favorite to favorite, and this is number 14, Kotal's Coliseum. The Tarkatan War Camp comes in at number 13. This this stage is extremely cool. It has some of Baraka's Tarkatan buddies in the background. They're just kind of eating, having a good time. I am glad that they decided to give Baraka his own stage. I feel like Baraka has always been underappreciated by people. I mean, I know it can be there. I've seen a few people where Baraka is their biggest, you know, their most favorite combatant, and he is my second favorite, second to Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero has just always been super dope to me. But yeah, this map is extremely cool. That they finally dedicated a stage to Baraka and his Tarkatan buddies. And they also made Baraka very, very strong in this game. They gave him basically like a complete do-over from Mortal Kombat 9. And I'm very glad. You know, he's a very fun character to play with now, and he just seems like a beast. And you can just throw this guy. So if Baraka doesn't, you know, feels like disrespecting his own kind, then I guess that's fine. But yeah, this stage comes in at number 13, Tarkatan War Camp. Number 12 will have to be the Prehistoric Age with the Hourglass. The next three are going to be kind of short because they're all basically kind of like the same map, but in just different areas. This map is cool, nothing crazy. There's just a kind of like a T-Rex just sitting over here, but if you fight Kronika in the in the regular towers and you get to this area, she'll actually like send the dinosaur across the screen and he'll kind of like trample over you. It's kind of cool, nothing too crazy. There's just a dead long-necked dinosaur in the back there. I mean, it's a neat area to fight in. It kind of reminds me of the jungle stage from MKX. I can't exactly remember what it was called, but I know the word jungle is in there, so I'm just going to go off that. But I like this one more because, I don't know, it just seems more friendly, and it's less green and a lot more blues and grays and stuff like that. And there's some dinosaur eggs on the left. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool with the hourglass there in the middle. And yeah, the Prehistoric Age comes in at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is the regular hourglass. This is where you first fight Kronika once in the story, and then if you go into the classic towers and stuff like that, this is where you fight her. There's not much to say about this map. I mean, it's kind of cool looking at like the gears and everything in the background and watching them move, but it's a very bland and gray map with the the hourglass in the center. There's no stage interactables at all. It's just sand and gears and gray and black and white. But I do like this one more than the Prehistoric Age, just because it looks like we're just in a void with we're just in a void with this just kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of just a black hole. That's the main reason I like this map, because it's very Mortal Kombat-esque, and it doesn't make any sense, because it just looks like we're just in the middle of nowhere. But yep, the regular hourglass stage comes in at number 11. Coming in at number 10 has to be the Chaosian Age, because I mean, I think it's the best looking one out of all of them. It's just in the middle of space, and there's just these cool looking like crystals on the right side. Overall, I think it's just a cool looking stage. Again, none of them have any stage interactables, but I'd say it's the best looking stage out of all of them. So number 10 is the Chaosian Age. Coming in at number 9 is the Black Dragon Fight Club. I really like this map. I think it's pretty cool. Kano in the background is pretty neat. They have two neat stage interactables that have crushing blows. That one being the sledgehammer, and the one over here being the chainsaw. I mean, it's a pretty neat map overall. It's nothing too fancy. This is very Mortal Kombat-esque. It's just like a fight club. There's people watching, people betting on bids and stuff. And overall, I think this is just a dope map. Just hearing everybody. It's kind of like the Coliseum map, as I was talking about before. It's a reaction-based map. So as I did that kick, you heard people get louder. But yeah, it's a pretty cool map. Not crazy, but the colors are cool. The purple in the background's pretty dope. And yeah, coming in at number 9 is the Black Dragon Fight Club. Coming in at number 8 is the CyberLink Way Assembly. This one's pretty cool, watching the cyber ninjas being like put together in the back. Right here you see the brain and spine being put into the robots, but on the right side, over here, you can see them putting the arms and legs on the actual ninjas themselves, or robots. And over here you see them, welding it together and everything. Right here you can see them putting the legs and arms and stuff on them. It's pretty cool. It's a very neat background to watch. Just kind of watch as they're going along. And there are these 3 bombs on the right side here. One is for Smoke, one is for Cyber Sub-Zero, and then the third one is for Cyrax. Again, this is very Mortal Kombat-ish, which is dope. Nice colors, maybe a little bit bland, nothing too, you know, bright, but the bright and beautiful maps will be coming up towards the very end of the list. So yeah, the CyberLink Way Assembly comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is the Tsungs Island Ruins. Now, this map is pretty cool. I like how you can fight in the original, like the original tournament area from, you know, the old games. I just thought that was pretty cool that they brought this back. It is cool that everything is like dead. You know, all the monks and everything that usually watch the fights are all gone. I think there's a few dead guards over on the right side. Yeah, there's one dead guard right here. But yeah, it's a pretty cool map. You know, Shang Tsung's throne being right there. 2 cool stage interactables, which I just missed right there. Yeah, it is kind of gloomy and dark. But that is kind of a plus for this one because it just makes sense. Like some of the monks in the background are just being hung, and it's just kind of creepy and weird. This stage interactable is one of my favorites, just because they showed that in the trailer, and I thought that was pretty dope. But yeah, pretty cool. It makes the characters stand out a lot, being in like a very gray background and light gold color. You know, makes Sub-Zero and Scorpion especially, they're very bright and vibrant colors, stand out a lot, and I think that's pretty cool because the combatants and the players are the main focus of you know, the entire thing. So, yep. Shang Tsung's Island Ruins for me comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 has to be the Sea of Blood. I really like this map. It's so dope. Watching the physics of the blood come over the rocks right here. Just watching how smooth that is, it was just so satisfying to watch. I don't know. I just like the way this map looks. It's the right side is kind of neat. I'm not really sure what it is on the rocks here, but the temple that's like on the rocks like above Sub-Zero right here, it looks pretty dope. I'm pretty sure that's Caron's ship. If not, it's just a ship out in the distance there. But yeah, this map is super dope. There's a huge like dead sea animal over on the right here. That looks super cool. You can somehow run and jump off of, but I'm not going to question that. But yeah, this map is super cool, and I think it's worthy of number 6. Coming in at number 5 would have to be the Shaolin Trap Dungeon. I think this map is really fucking cool. Like the flame traps up there, the spike floor here, and the spike trap up there that's being held up by ropes eventually will crash down through the staircase. Guessing eventually, you know, when you're just fighting. Yeah. And that just looks really cool. Stage interaction is pretty dope. And I don't know, this map is just so fucking cool. There's this cool crushing blow interactable. I don't know, this map is just super dope. You know, there's dead monks all over the place, and it's kind of creepy. But you know, the architecture and the art on the walls, and you know, this over here you can throw them into and catch them on fire. It's just a super dope map, and this is like the most Mortal Kombat map I think I've seen in like maybe the past few games. But yeah, the Shaolin Trap Dungeon comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 would have to be the Wuxi Dragon Grotto. This is such a beautiful ass map, dude. The dragons in the background with the waterfalls, just the sound of the water. These waterfalls are just fucking gorgeous, dude. The interactables are cool. I mean, just the candles look great. These are the vibrant colors that I was talking about. The steps that go up to the left side. Just listening to everything is just so great. This stage crushing blow is pretty dope as well. There isn't much to say about it, but you know, the jars and the it looks like incense, like you know, over by Liu Kang's left leg. It just looks super dope. Like the knife, or like the sword in the middle of the stage. I thought it would be like a weapon, but you just kind of jump off of it, so that kind of sucks. But overall, this map is super cool and super colorful and just super beautiful, and just the sounds are so great, and it almost has like an ASMR feeling to it almost, because it's just so peaceful sounding. So yeah, the Wuxi Dragon Grotto comes in at number 4. Number 3, in my opinion, would have to be Goro's Lair. The last time we saw this area as a playable stage was Mortal Kombat 9, the reboot, in 2011. So 8 years ago was the last time we were able to play in this stage, and it's just crazy. Goro is just fucking dead. But this map is so dope. It's just quiet and dark, and I imagine probably cold as shit. And the fire over here, like, it almost feels like we're in a different stage, because it's just completely different colors. But then, I mean, you move over here, you know, and it's just gray and light blue and dark and darkness, and the Onis, you know, the eyes in the backgrounds of the cages and stuff, that's a classic. But then you get over here, and obviously there's more Onis and more eyes, but you know, there's more flame, and I don't know, this is just such a dope fucking map. Sadly, it looks like Goro won't be a DLC in this game, because, I mean, he was a pre-order bonus in MK11, and they don't do DLCs twice in a row, or they try not to repeat DLC. But this map is super cool. I'm glad they brought it back, and even with Goro being dead, it's just a super cool background. So yeah, Goro's Lair is my top 3. My number 2 pick would have to be the tournament stage. This stage is really dope. I have my music turned off, but if you have music turned on, it'll be like a remixed version of the the Mortal Kombat movie theme. And on this stage, you can actually get toasties. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to, but this stage is basically like the training room in MKX. There it was, in the background. Yeah, this stage was actually like the training room in the background. It just has like projections of stuff. I think it's kind of cool. I wish they would have actually had its own kind of thing, you know, like there wasn't a training room in this game, but it is still pretty dope. One thing, I think my favorite feature are the backgrounds. It has the Mortal Kombat Deception, arcade machine with, it looks like Noob fighting Boraicho, and then the Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It has the intro to that game, which is such a dope intro. Over on the left side, it has Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance gameplay, and then Mortal Kombat X gameplay. This is such a cool stage. I would put this at number 1, but in my opinion, it's not the most beautiful map. this one is a very close second though. The orange on the ground is so dope. And just the fact that you're fighting at a NetherRealm Studios, you know, gaming tournament is just so cool to me. But yeah, this comes at number 2. And my number 1 pick for my favorite map in all of Mortal Kombat 11 has to go to the Shirai Ryu Fire Garden. This map is so fucking beautiful. I mean, the leaves and everything, the sounds, it just sounds so gorgeous. Whenever you jump, like, leaves pop up from your feet, and it just makes me want to jump, you know, up and down all the time. The only stage interactables in this one are these here, that you can just jump off of, but they do kind of make like a jingle noise whenever you jump off of them. And that one in the middle there too, and then on the right side here, or on the left side, my bad, sorry. On the left side, there's a thing here, and they're all basically the same thing. You just jump off of them. But this map is so beautiful. I'd have to say the most beautiful map in all of Mortal Kombat history. That's only my opinion, but this map is just gorgeous. I would love to fucking walk around here. The only question I would have about this map, and I saw it in the story mode, and I kind of noticed it here too, the bridges. Do you actually have to climb, you know, right here? You'd have to climb, like, completely over those bridges to, you know, to get anywhere. You know, it's just me nitpicking, but there's waterfalls on the right side, you know, there's birds chirping, the leaves and everything falling, you can hear the water. It's a beautiful map to look at and to listen to, and the colors are just gorgeous, and to match with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, their vibrant yellow and blue colors just match up with this so wonderfully. So this is, I mean, overall this just has to be my number 1 pick. I love this map more than any other map in Mortal Kombat history. That's just all I have to say. So, yeah, I mean, if you liked the video, feel free to do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And I will see you guys later. Peace.